Hey everybody, I'm Lisa Rowberry, your independent Scentsy consultant. Welcome back to my channel. It's Wax Wednesday, so you know what that means. We are going to continue on with this fun new series that we're doing together where we are pairing Scentsy bars to a highlighted candle of the week. So thank you guys so much for really liking this series and finding it entertaining. I appreciate the positive feedback. This week we are highlighting another Homeworx candle, and it is going to be the Sweet Spring Melon candle, and this is a part of the Hobnail collection. Do you see this packaging? You guys know I'm such a sucker for the packaging, but this glass Hobnail jar is just, it's so pretty. It's definitely by far one of my favorites because when you are done burning one of these Hobnail candles, clean this out and repurpose it. Stick makeup brushes in there, stick pens in there, find something to stick in here because this is just too pretty to throw away. So I absolutely love this. This actually comes with a lid here, so you can see it's a nice hearty design. This lid, another little repurpose for you. You can take the lid from these Hobnail candles and stick one of your Scentsy warmers on it, and now you have a little pedestal for your Scentsy warmers. It looks so pretty. It just kind of heightens and elevates the look of your warmer just a little bit. Now, if you are wanting something to be more functional, like the cord concealing stands. Now, those cord concealing stands, if you don't know what I'm talking about, I will link a video down below. I am obsessed with them. That is when those stands will actually conceal the cord for the warmer, obviously. But if you don't need that, use one of these in one of those other, in one of your other warmers to just prop it up and just make it look a little bit nicer and a little bit more polished. So there you go. Anyways, let's talk about this candle. So this one is actually still currently available on QVC. It is as a duo with another candle fragrance, which that candle will be in another week to come. So, but this one is Sweet Spring Melon, and the notes on this one are ripe honeydew melon, watermelon, freesia, cucumber, wild strawberry, and water lily. Now, with this one, I did not get any floral notes from this at all. I just get bright, fruity melon. I do get a little bit of that crisp, cool, like clean cucumber note, but it's just, oh, it's so nice. So this one for me, it was kind of a no-brainer on what scents to pair our Scentsy scents with this particular candle, because I had several ideas already, like just right off the bat. So the first one, and probably the best scent pairing for this candle, is actually a scent that's no longer available, but just in case you have it in your Scentsy club, try this pairing. It's so good. It is from Bring Back My Bar, probably a few years ago now. Melon and apple granita. It's so good. Hence why it's in my club. This is it's just melon or cantaloupe and apples. Like, you get that bright freshness from the apple and the sweetness from that cantaloupe or melon scent. It's just like, oh, it actually makes my mouth water. It is so good. So good. And this is a super great performer. So this one was absolutely a no-brainer to pair with this candle, and it's really beautiful. But I wanted to also talk about a couple of scents that are currently available, just in case you can't get your hands on this particular scent. But if you can, if you find this, if your consultant winds up having some, or if you just find it somewhere, pick it up. So good. It's delicious. But for scents that are currently available, actually, let me tell you the scent description on this one, because I actually had it somewhat ready. Scentsy says crisp apple and sweet melon surge with sparkling citrus. So I don't really get a ton of citrus from this, but definitely the apple and definitely that melon or cantaloupe. So good. So good. Okay, let's talk about this pairing. This pairing is amazing, and I'm so glad that because of this series, I found this little mixture, because these two on their own, I liked, but together, I love them. In fact, I probably would not repurchase either one of these if I was just going to enjoy them on their own because they're both kind of weak. But pairing them together, they are so good. So listen up, fruit lovers, because this is such a delightful mixture. So first one, of course, had to be do we or don't we? And this one is that melon or cantaloupe. That's all there is. Like that's it for me. That's it. But I thought, well, I don't know. And I knew there was no peach note in this, but I wanted to add something just a little bit extra to the do we or don't we, just to give it another fruity element, I guess. So I decided to pair peach nectar with do we or don't we. Oh my goodness, you guys, this is such a good mixture. Oh, it's so good. Because that sweet peach scent, because this is just peach for me. It's just peach. That's it. It's just like, and it's very, very close to being a very authentic peach scent. Oh, I just wish it was a little bit. If this was a little bit stronger, I would warm that in all over my house all spring and summer season. It's so good. But this on its own needed just a little bit extra, which is the do we or don't we. I felt like it just needed another little extra fruity element. So these two together, you have to try it. Let me read you some notes here. So, peach nectar. Scentsy says, delicate peach skin, where are you at? Delicate peach skin and blue freesia settle into a bed of billowy musk clouds. How funny, because this one has freesia, right? This one has freesia too. But guess what? I don't smell flowers in any of this. But it's just interesting. I don't get musk. It's just peach. It's delicious. Delightful, but I love it. So now let's talk about do we or don't we? Scentsy says, and was this in last week's too? Or was it just in what I was warming? Because I know I just talked about this one. Do we or don't we? Scentsy says we definitely do. Just crushed basil over ripe cantaloupe is a gift from the garden gods. And I remember this one because I remember thinking there's no basil in this. I get no like herbal basil note from this at all. I do get a cool freshness. I do get a freshness from this. So maybe the basil is adding that fresh element to it, but it's not, like I said, it's not herbal in any kind of way. Because there was a scent like rosemary. There was some rosemary scent fairly recently, and I like those scents. I like the way they smell. I just don't want my home fragrance to smell like that. And I know there's a lot of people who actually do want their houses to smell like that. I just prefer fruity, bakery, that kind of thing. But I love this. So these two on their own, for me personally, are just like, okay, that's fine. These two together, fantastic. Peach, cantaloupe, honeydew melon. This situation is so good. And if you wind up having this candle or something similar to it where it's melon or honeydew or fruity fabulousness, maybe try this mix. This pairing was absolutely gorgeous. And if you have melon and apple granita, this is perfection. So I hope that's helpful. And if nothing else, I hope it gives you some ideas on things to mix that maybe you wouldn't have mixed otherwise. Because I'm telling you, if it wasn't for this series, I don't know that I would have mixed these two together. I really don't. I don't know that I would have. I would have just chalked it up as a loss. But these two together are so good. So if you love those kind of fruity mixtures, give this a try. It's really lovely. It's still not crazy strong, but I do feel like the two of them, when they marry, they do kind of step it up a little bit. It's not like in your face, so if you're worried about it being too much, I promise you it's not going to be too much, but it is definitely these better than the two of them on their own. So yay! I'm having so much fun with this series. So thank you guys so much for your positive feedback on this series. I'm glad it's helpful, especially if you have any of these candles that we talk about in your collection. and you're like me and you like to make sure that everything is flowing and smells complementary and doesn't clash. So I'm glad and I hope it's helpful. So let me know your thoughts on these mixtures, if you've done a mix like this, or if you would suggest maybe doing another type of mixture for this particular candle or this particular scent. I would love to know. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you're new, please subscribe. Otherwise, I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys.